Hey, Kenny,
After 272
Ken.
season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, we're set for what should be a great matchup. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Atlanta Falcons. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Throwing right away on the game's first play. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
I like the call, using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions. Go.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Another run here for Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
He's got it inside the 5, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0.
Broncos nothing. Jason Sanders
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. Whoa. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Third and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success on third down. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Linebacker Troy Anderson there to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Walker in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Quick throw, taken in. He needed 13, and that's exactly what he got. By the nose of the football, it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Captain.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And that ball incomplete.
Nix's pass.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
That's into the hands of Jaden Blue. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Broncos are going to have him themselves first and goal. He is out of bounds at the 7.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Hold on, set. You gotta go this way. Ready. Ready. Return.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Moving to his left. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
So they're trying to get the ball out of the hand of the quarterback. That's the best way to slow down any good pass rush, but the accuracy and the run after catch is a critical part of the play. So when this ball is not thrown out in front, what they call the front shoulder pad throw, it makes it really hard for this slant route to get completed when the ball's thrown so far behind him.
And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. First down throw for Nix. That's Tyler Warren, the tight end. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Now a screen set up for Blue. He's to the 15. And he will get into the end zone. Jaden Blue. Touchdown Broncos. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. Robinson hit. He's lost the ball. The Broncos say they have it, and yes, they do.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
At the 31. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. Back to throw is Nix. On the run to the right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, here's Blue. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
On the move left. Now he takes off. And he'll get about 6 out of that run before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
2nd down, they need 3. To throw is Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game.
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. On the toss, it's Robinson. Has an opening past the 40. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. They'll throw out of the gun. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest.
Oh, a loose football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
2nd down. Nix. This one complete right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Throwing is Nix. He'll air it out down the middle. This one's just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. Savion Jones on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half.
This one intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
On the handoff, Blue. Look at him go. And he's into the end zone. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Broncos. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. No problem there on the extra point. Broncos add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
1st down, Falcons.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown Atlanta. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Will work out quite well. He'll get us all the way out to the 30-yard line. On first down, here's Nix to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on third down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. He's got his tight end. That's Warren. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. A big play here in the big game. 41 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
To second and 10.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Again, here comes Blue. And he will score again. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Denver. With that, he ties the Super Bowl record, his third touchdown of the night. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Broncos tack on one more to their lead.
Falcons 14.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down. So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. He'll try again here. Second and 10. Off the play fix. He'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders set to kick
2
off.
quarters left in the NFL season as we decide a champion. Back underway here at the Super Bowl. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. They run over center with Robinson. He'll it forward for maybe a yard. Savion Jones on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. Now, faking the give. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's in! Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Now Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21.
Jason Sanders.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll start this on the ground with Blue. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. A run once more with Blue. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
3rd down and 3. Working out of the gun. it's Hicks. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
At the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Left side, and is pumped by Warren. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Second and 10.
Second and 10.
41-yard line.
Throw it. Nix. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That one pulled in. It's complete.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Hey, kill. On my set. Ready. Kill.
On first down, here's Blue. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On my set. Ready. Ball 11. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 37. Bombers. Away.
On second down, it's Nix. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Broncos. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike. And that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll send their tight end left. On third down, they'll throw from the gun.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Jalen Walker. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, a give to Blue. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
It is 3rd and long. They'll throw. It's Nix. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This is taken at the 25. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Now off the bootleg. He'll look to throw here. That's going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike. The ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. Here's Nix to throw. Flush to his right. And he's trying to get to the pylon, but won't get there. Marked out right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great job defensively, Mike. Not only to blanket the receivers and give the quarterback nowhere to go with the ball, but then when he tucks it down, being able to force him out wide to the sideline and get him out of bounds, great job by the defense.
And he's got another one. Jaden Blue. Down Denver. That's it. That's the Super Bowl record. A game to remember. His 4th touchdown of the night. The PAT, up and good. Broncos will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Falcons 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll air one out. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Makes it
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Nick Bonito. He gets in for another one, and that ties a Super Bowl record, his 3rd sack of the game. They'll motion the slot man right. Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. And here's Bijan. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They bring a tight end in motion left. He'll look to throw. Going up top. That's hard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
That's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27. And it's 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least it'll pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. And give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start.
20-yard line.
Hey, kill, on my side.
The drive starts with a carry by Blue. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. He gets free. Still on the move. And he is gone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Denver.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Out wide, that's Robinson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play here in the big game. A gain of 48. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. London brought in motion. They'll look to throw. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Falcons.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown. You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Straight ahead, it's Blue. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Lou going to get it again here on 1st down. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
The
RPO. That one is complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
First down.
A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Broncos. Just under 2 minutes to play on Super Bowl Sunday. We're back to write a finish to the season after this. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down. Here's a run. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Jaden Blue. Touchdown, Denver. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. The extra point, up and good. And the Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Falcons.
So that is what you want. You know, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. 1st and 10.
Atlanta.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about, so they got to continue to ride.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up. Sanders here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to edge a bit closer.
63. Falcons 42.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Kill! Hold on, son. Ready. Ready. Hot.
This is Blue. Finding room to the 20. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go. Broncos are going to extend their lead.
Broncos 70. Falcons 42.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 27-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now, faking the give. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall Incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Out to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down. But they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give him credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Second and 3.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Here we go. One final play. And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Broncos are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. And the Broncos have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So this performance, the cherry on top, the tour de force for this entire day. Many thought this was the best team all year. And Greg, in the biggest spot, they proved it in a big way.
I think all week preparing for the Super Bowl, I think they felt really good about their chances, Mike. They've been one of the best teams all season long. But to put all 3 phases together on the biggest stage and play at this level, I think when it's all said and done, we're going to look back, Mike, and this is going to be one of the most dominating performances in Super Bowl history.